My name is Johnson Cooper. I'll be doing impromptu speaking. I've picked up my quote and I will use this note card as my notes. And I will start taking my notes now. Okay. Stops my preparation time at 1:50. And I will begin my speech now. Oftentimes in life, the best way we can do something is by avoiding it altogether. The Sudanese proverb, "He who is outside the water is a good swimmer," it encapsulates this idea to the fullest. In order to further understand what this Sudanese proverb means, I think we can go through 3 different points to better understand it. We can understand it from the aspect of it keeps us out of bad situations, allowing us to better hone in what we excel at, and it hides our imperfections. First of all, it keeps us out of bad situations. When we think of those who are outside of the water as being good swimmers, we can think of this as people, especially like us, who are in college, who may feel peer pressure to be in when they're at parties to drink or to consume other illicit substances. Sometimes the best way to avoid that is not to be good at avoiding peer pressure, but to be good at avoiding those situations to begin with. Secondly, this proverb allows us to think about how we can better hone in those things that we do excel at instead of working on those things that we do not. Not everyone was made for swimming. Many of us were made for running, for playing sports, and arts. Because of this, it is important to understand what we excel at, and this does not mean that we cannot try out new things. This does not mean that we have to be one-dimensional creatures, but it allows us to better understand how we can be the best versions of ourselves that we can be. Lastly, it hides our imperfections. Oftentimes, the best way to, especially when you're seeking to display the best version of yourself, such as in job interviews or in public relations aspects, the best way to show that you're good at something is to not bring it up at all. Without people thinking of those certain things that may be positive or negative traits of you, if you just leave it out altogether, they might think more positively of you. Overall, I find the Sudanese proverb, "He who is outside the water is a good swimmer," to be a very interesting and intriguing quote for all 3 of these points, that sometimes It keeps us out of bad situations to begin with. Secondly, it allows us to better excel at what we are already good at, and it hides our imperfections. As we continue throughout our lives, we can use this proverb to help us better understand how to either avoid or to be part of situations and productive and efficient.